Hello, my beautiful, wonderful, majestic souls of YouTube. My name is Dan. This is my channel, That Good Tarot, where we do timeless readings for anyone with any placements. If you have found your way to this reading, I do believe there is a message in here for you. However, if you don't resonate with this reading, that's cool, that's chill. Go check out my channel. There are so many other readings there, and I'm sure you'll find something that fits you. If you do resonate with this reading, it would mean so much to me if you would subscribe, like this video, maybe comment. That really helps me dedicate more time to this channel and grow it even more. So let's get into it. Here at That Good Tarot, we do readings based around your highest good, messages for your growth from your highest self, your ancestors, from source, from the universe, anyone who might be looking over you, focusing on your growth. If love comes through, if situationships come through, if toxic people from your past come through, I'm not going to stop those things from coming through. However, it's not the intention of what we're doing here. We are focusing on messages for your growth. So let's get into it. Universe, please, insight and information for this beautiful golden collective. What do they need to hear on this day? What words, what advice will best benefit them at this time? I hear music. I see really great benefit with you spending time with music, spending time listening to music, dancing to music, making music for some of you. Okay, we have some cards coming out. Excellent. Thank you. And you as well. Thank you very much. Okay. We have the Devil, the Seven of Pentacles, and we have the Eight of Pentacles. Okay. You have broken through some pretty heavy chains, some pretty heavy toxic cycles and coping mechanisms. You're really focusing on that growth, and I really feel like you're finding this place of momentum with the things that you're doing. And I see you like really enjoying the process as well, which is a really beautiful thing, but there is something else coming up. If you find yourself in a place of momentum, the message is like, it's okay for that to not be. Like, we definitely want your intention to be consistent and your bounce back to be consistent, but don't put the pressure on yourself to consistently work the same way every single day. Give yourself space for mental health days if you need it. Because I do see this big push, and especially because you've come out of such a dark, toxic place that you're feeling like, yes, new chapter, new era of my life, let's go. And then you're hit with a hard day, and then you feel like everything that you thought you were coming into isn't real, that's not true. And that's not the case. Like, just because you've left that toxic place doesn't mean that everything is just smooth sailing from here. There will still be bad days. It's really important that you listen to yourself, listen to your body, listen to what you need at that time, and give yourself permission for those days to happen, because they will continue to happen for the rest of your life. And I'm not saying it's going to be all the time, but like, let your life have moments of rest, have moments of hurt if that's what's coming through at a time, if that's what's being triggered. Really important to acknowledge that, this it might happen, probably going to happen at some point in the rest of your life. That's okay. You're not taking a million steps back. You're not reverting to the past version of yourself because you need a day where you just need to lie down and eat some comfort food because your mind and your body can't take anything else. Your body is probably processing a lot of emotion and is actually using a lot of energy at that time. And if you were to force yourself into your process, it's not going to be a good thing. And like, sometimes you can push through, but if you try and push through and it makes you hate the thing that you're doing, we don't want to create a negative relationship between you and the thing that you are creating and the work that you're doing. Let's not do that. Let's keep that a safe, happy space by making sure that you're coming to that as a good thing for you to be doing, not a thing that you're having to do or that you're having to push through, and that you are suppressing your inner needs in order to push forward on something. Okay, let's get into this devil energy. Universe, please, inside information into the devil energy. What does this beautiful golden collective need to know about these cycles that they have broken out of? Oh, no, no. Okay. Oof. Getting some kind of energy here. Everything is fine. 3 of Cups, the Lovers. Okay. Yes, I am picking up on someone else's energy here. This is someone is like tormentedly watching or trying to watch your social media presence, if you have that, or at very least, if it's not a social media presence, it is the more analog way, like trying to hear updates about you, about how you're doing. And unfortunately for them, you're doing really good. Like, you're doing really, really, really good. And they are not. The places that you have left behind are still as dark, if not darker, than when you left them. So don't give it a thought. If this energy is coming up because you're thinking on it, like, obviously I'm not telling you to suppress your thoughts. Your thoughts are your thoughts and you're going through your process. Be patient with that. But if there is part of you that is thinking, oh, are they better without me now? Was I always the problem? And now they're all doing so much better now that I'm not there. Nope, that's not the case. That place is just as dark, if not darker, than when you left it. I'm feeling for some people this could be a workplace, this could be a circle of friends, this could be a relationship or family situation. But that place is still really dark. They're all still in their darkness. There is, for some people I really do feel like it could be a workplace as well. But they're watching you thrive. They're watching you do it. They're watching you create huge new pathways. They're seeing you being more and more in love with what you do, more in line and aligned with your passions. Like, just so much joy is radiating off you. And it's like they're checking back to see if you've fallen yet. Because they don't want to think that you and your capabilities and your skill and your intelligence is real and out there in the world growing and thriving. It goes against their internal narrative of how you would be doing without them. And you're doing fine. You're doing great. You're doing amazing. You're doing better than you ever have. And they're watching that. Yeah, that's interesting. Let's put that away. Okay, 7 of Pentacles energy. Universe, please, inside information into the 7 of Pentacles energy. Okay, I'm getting an intuitive message to, like, as at this time, as you are growing, journal. Write things down, write things about your doing, about how you're feeling, about the state that you're in as you are moving forward. The reason why I'm getting this message is because you're putting a lot of really, really big things into place and you're going to want to look back at this time. You're going to want to have records of this time. So what I'm hearing is keep records of not only what you're doing, like obviously there are going to be photos, and if you're not the kind of person that takes a lot of photos, please take photos. Like taking photos, not even for social media, not for anything other than the fact that you one day are going to want to remember this time, remember the version of yourself that you are at this time, the things that you felt, and seeing a photo in 10, 20 years time is going to ignite so many suppressed memories, and you're going to be so grateful that you took that photo, that you can see the journey that you've been on and remember that version of yourself that worked really hard. And I see journaling as well, whether that's just you writing your feelings, the people that are in your life, the things that you're experiencing, the new ground that you're covering, or even writing a letter to yourself in the future, writing a letter to yourself in the past. Like, these are things that you are going to want to look back on. These are times and these are actions that you're going to want to look back on, because they're really, really integral to where you're going. So start keeping records of the things that you're doing now, just for your own sake, so that one day you can look back in the way that maybe you look back on your high school journals or things like that and think, oh my gosh, look at what has changed. Look at how I used to be, and look at the difference between myself then and now. Okay, let's pull some cards. Universe, please, insight information into the Seven of Pentacles energy. Okay. One more, please. Thank you. Okay. The Magician, Eight of Wands, Three of Pentacles. You're creating something really, really big, and things are about to start moving really, really quickly. I see you in a performance state. I see you in a place where you are teaching and performing. And I think that I've always felt like teaching has a performing element to it. Because you are in front of people, you are kind of giving somewhat of a performance. Me, myself being a performer and having had a role as a teacher, I can definitely see the connections between the two. And I see somehow, some way that these elements are coming together in what it is that you are doing moving forward. So if you are in these roles that are kind of connected, whether that's performance or you're in front of a large group of people, or maybe you're training, know that you're in the right place, and these are the steps that you need to be taking. Some of you might be doing things like live streaming or making new content, things like that, maybe podcasting, like whatever those things happen to be, take what resonates. But I do know that this is going to happen fast. So if you're in this place, this is an affirmation. These things are growing. These things will grow. If you're feeling like you're putting a lot of effort in and it's not quite giving you the results that you need right now, let it keep growing. Let it keep growing. Do not give up on this thing. Let it keep growing. Now, if you're not in this place, know that be open to these things coming into your world. Be really open to these things coming into your world. These are beautiful little blessings, and they are, if they feel aligned and you feel this message come through and you're like, oh my gosh, it was like what Dan said, like they want me to do this thing at work. They want me to try doing this. Or if you have the idea pop into your mind that maybe you should start making little TikToks about the experiences that you've had with something, or even just like maybe not an experience or something, maybe it's just starting on that platform and making something, whether it's sharing your music, sharing your art, sharing your voice, sharing your jokes, sharing your wit, sharing your outfits. Like if that's a thing that occurs to you as something that you should do it. Just do it. Absolutely do it. Remember that we're on a giant flying rock. Nothing matters. So you can do what you want. You can do what you want. We have Eight of Pentacles. My apologies if you heard that. In my area where I live, we have some extremely vibrant people that, vibrant locals is how we're going to refer to them. Universe, please, Eight of Pentacles. What inside information do you have for this beautiful good collective? What do they need to know about this energy as they come through? Okay, I really do see you sitting at your desk as a really sacred space, a really, really good workspace. Continue to cultivate a space in which you work best. That is really, really important, to create a sacred space in which you should work. A space that you don't watch too much TV, or that you have trained to be a workspace. So again, for, like maybe you work on your bed, but get off your bed. Like that's the place where you sleep. Your body wants to sleep. Your mind wants to sleep when you're on your bed. Cultivate your workspace. It can be a couch. It can be a cute little cafe that you go to. Like whatever that happens to be, let that be a space in which you're working, and continue to go towards that space. Continue to cultivate that space for yourself. That's going to be really, really essential to you being productive. Okay, thank you, and thank you. We have the Sun, Six of Pentacles, and the Wheel of Fortune. You grind this out, like look at all of the abundance, look at all of the goodness, look at all the joy that you will be filled with, that you are bringing to other people, the financial abundance that is going to flow, and the crazy amount of opportunities that will be open to you when you continue with your consistent effort. Now, if consistent effort is something that you struggle with, like I said, cultivate a beautiful, safe space in which you like to work, in which you are inspired to work in. I have this beautiful space here. I have my alien on the wall. I have some nice LED lighting. LED lighting's pretty inexpensive. I also have on the other side of my desk, I have a affirmation board that says everything you do and make is... That's the title up the top, and then it says genius, unique, revolutionary, healing, powerful, slay. It has a bunch of words. It's one of those boards where you get to change the letters. And then I have a couple different, maybe I'll show you one day, maybe I'll post it somewhere. I have a couple different vision boards that I like made on Canva of like different celebrities that I would love to one day perform with, or affirmations, studio spaces, stages, audiences, a few different things. I know this might sound weird. I am also a musician, so that is my main thing that I do. I just do this because she also super into tarot. Tarot's been a big part of my life for a really long time, and I'm done trying to deny it. I'm gonna do it all. But having something like that is a really, really beautiful space. I've really cultivated something that makes me feel good in. And not only that, but I do have a couple cafes that I like to go to if I struggle to get things done in my home. You know, sometimes there's that whole body doubling thing that when you feel like you're being watched, you feel like you have people around you, you tend to just be more productive. So having someone around you that is also working on their own thing, just being at the cafe with you or in the room with you is a really, really effective way of being productive. Find the things that help you be productive. Sometimes for me, it's getting a big old cup of iced coffee. I've ritualized the things that make me productive, because I found the things that really, really help me. Even the process of me putting together an iced coffee, like I've made that such a ritual now that when I do the act of it, like I don't even think it's the coffee in itself that's doing the heavy lifting. It's that when I do that, I would always do it before I was teaching a lesson, before I was setting up for a Zoom session, before I was doing any of these things, before I was leaving for work, I would make myself an iced coffee. So every time I go through that action, my mind is getting into the place of I'm about to start doing work. And I love iced coffees. It's a beautiful thing for me to have while I'm filming, while I'm doing all these extra things. Start to ritualize your work process. Start to make it really special. Start to cultivate an energy of I am taking care of myself and putting myself in a good, healthy, calming, beautiful space in which to work in. And like I said, it can be at a desk with a certain type of drink. It can be in a separate type of room with nice little mood lighting that you feel like helps you, that helps inspire you. It might be a local cafe, it might be a park, it might be somewhere that makes you feel inspired to really cultivate that space, because this consistent effort of you grinding it out, like I said before, is bringing so much abundance. Let's get into the oracle cards. Now, I have started offering personal readings because I have had a few requests. If you're into that, there is the link in my website below. I'm not quite at the point of doing face-to-face readings over Zoom, but I would love to offer that really, really soon. But in the meantime, I do written response readings as well as video readings like this one. The prices are in Australian dollars. So I know that the majority of you are in the US. If you get freaked out by that price point, it's just so much higher because of the conversion rate. So it'll probably come down if you look at the conversion between US and Australian dollars. But if that's something that you're into, and yeah, check out my website. If you're into that, if that's the kind of thing that you feel like you benefit from. However, if you're just like down for the free YouTube readings, I am so here for that as well. I love just being here with you. You know, I get so much out of tapping into this energy. So I'm really, really grateful that you are allowing me to lock in with your energy, even if it's just through this. last words of wisdom, insight, words of comfort and affirmation for this beautiful Good collective. Okay, we're gonna take 3? Okay, cool. Thank you. Okay, we have protection, call back your power, cut the cords, soul retrieval. As we mentioned in that first set of cards, there are some people watching over you. Be careful who is watching your social media. That is a link to you energetically. If it helps, like, don't look at who is seeing your stories or anything like that. Like, just don't look at that. Otherwise, like, I know that it is hard to like just block people sometimes, but you can hide your stories from them so that what they're seeing is maybe just like your public posts. They don't have to see your day-to-day interactions. I'm getting the feeling like maybe some of you want to show that you're doing so good. I get that. I get the instinct, but then this energy is still hanging out around you. So make the choice between what's more worth it to you. And if you don't do it now, I'll bet you end up just cutting that cord later. I trust you that you're going to do what's best for you in the long run. Council of Light, divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realm. Ask your guides for help if you need it. Your guides want to help you. They can't intervene unless you specifically ask for help, in which case, like, just ask for their help, be it big or small. Please, ancestors, please help me find my keys. I'm running late for work and I can't find my keys. They can help you. If you're going for a job promotion, please, ancestors, if it is for the highest good of me and everyone involved, please let me get this opportunity. And we have Pleiades, double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. I feel like there are some people here who are doing more than just one area, more than just one thing. This Pleiades thing keeps coming up consistently. I feel like the 3 out of the last 5 readings, we've had this message come up. It's just affirming more and more to the front. As I saw that, it's like 222. Everywhere. It's just affirming more and more how important this is. This is a mission. What you are doing is impacting many, many people. So stay on course. Stay on course. Take care of yourself. Give yourself rests when you need it. And I will see you in the next reading.